Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of the PlayStation 4 Mods section for Fallout 4. Just finished uploading the Skyrim remastered mods for the PlayStation 4, the latest ones anyway. So if you also play Skyrim and you want to check them out, and you haven't already done so in the past, and you come across for the first time, then be sure to have a look. If I could just ask right off the bat, because I know there are a lot of other bigger channels out there. So if you could give my video a like, just to help support my channel a little bit, I greatly appreciate it. Right off the bat, starting with the latest mods. Uh, Sorry, before I actually do, I should point out. Last week we did cover the armor mods, so if you want to check them out as well, they are up on the channel playlist. And next week I will be covering the audio mods. Anyway, back to the latest. We've got ZKG Expansion 1 for all DLCs. Requires a DLC for Automatron Wasteland Workshop, Far Harbor Contraptions Workshop, Vault-Tec Workshop, and Nuka World. The mod is an expansion mod for ZKG, Zodiac's Killer Grounds. It adds new features to the base mod, which, due to a scripting accident, is no longer expandable. Therefore, he had to start a continuation mod, and so here we go. Adds a 4th rank to Lead Belly, adds a 4th perk to Animal Friend, cleans up Sanctuary, Red Rock, and drive into his liking, fixed the Sanctuary Bridge and made damaged waterfront a little bit better, removed lens flares, so no J.J. Abrams style footage there, lowered the cost of power lines, including working out how to make them longer. Okay. Immersive gameplay for the PlayStation 4. You start strong as a war hero with your pre-war basement standing and fully stocked in preparation for the worst, but your eventual promised vanilla godhood has been stripped away, and what progress you have made in strength and security meager. Okay, the gameplay is faster, more punishing, less predictable, and most importantly, more immersive. Immersive gameplay is the largest Fallout 4 immersion and gameplay overhaul. Sets to make the game most realistic, challenging, and fun possible, improving efficiency. This mod requires a new game save for it to work well on survival. And the pre-war basement is hidden under your ruined bed. And that's pretty much all he goes on to say about the mod, fortunately. Robot DLC, standalone immersive gameplay patch. Download this if you do not want own the rest of the season pass DLCs. Cries Automatron. Far Harbor again, standalone pass. Immersive gameplay season pass patch. If you have a season pass and play on immersive gameplay, on PlayStation 4, download this patch. It is work in progress and expected updates in the near future. This one solves perk glitches and other bugs caused by playing IG without this patch. Okay. Power armor tweaks. Removes all fusion core drain and adds faster enter-exit animation for the power armor, which is a pretty good thing. Stacked. Is just stacked. Okay. This is one again. Is a relation to the other ZKG. Okay, for a cold one, standalone edition. Again, does require the DLC for Automatron, Wasteland Workshop, Far Harbor, and so on. Back with a simple, fun mod. This mod adds a craftable freezer to the section of crafting stations. It's available right away for a small cafe. The freezer can be used to turn any regular drink variations into an ice cold, or otherworld word for cold, type of beverage. In short, it makes drinks cold. This is for all beverages in the game, including those added by the DLC. The freezer requires only to be uncooled version of the beverage you want to enjoy. Okay, I'm getting confused by this. Basically just adds the already one you can get and take to Good Neighbor. I'm trying to think of the name of that. ZKG again, Zodiac Killing Ground mod. This mod is primarily for himself in mind, but it was not too huge not to share. It was too huge not to share. Even if you're a PlayStation 4 player, this mod will probably allow you to delete quite a few others, as the features implement here by his own work. Not to discount other mods, but combining features is valuable asset when considering the 100 mod limit. Very much agreed. What they do? Glad you asked. The mod aims to stretch the longevity of gameplay by enhancing a few key features. General change log: build heights increased to 10,000 feet for all settlements, including DLC settlements. Very good idea, considering some of the settlements are absolutely perfect to build upon, but then you hit a cap where you can't actually go any higher. Sanctuary being one of them. Settlement build limits increased to higher than you'll ever need. This works on new files, sorry, but Sony didn't allow scripts. Quadrupled the cap cost of stim packs, tripled the chemistry station costs. Most of the game's armors have received approximately a third nerf of all the resistance across the board. New master armor sets have been added. Added 50 new special weapons. These are all variations of already existing weapons, and most of them can be modded still, though some cannot. 30 bird chain guns are now all set to do fire damage because it's just cool. Cheats area for craftable Vault 81 cure, craftable caps, craftable special box. Just going back on that, Vault 81 cure, if you've ever gotten the mole rat disease yet you want to turn the cure over to save the young boy, then but you've ended up with the disease yourself, which is so easy to pick up. I've tried multiple ways of actually doing multiple saves and I still end up with it. So this way now you can actually cure yourself as well as the boy. Remove bait costs from cages. New perks allow for craft raw materials, ammunition, explosives in large quantities. The perk system has been overhauled to severely impair defensive capabilities but increase offensive greatly. The idea here is to keep combat difficulty even for higher level players, but also deal with the fact that enemies become bullet sponges. Many skills now level slower than they previously would, but plateau much higher due to new ranks. Stimpack acquisition has also been made more difficult without finding them in the wild. Okay, so I'm adding that to my favorites. This again is from Lagrouge, yeah, Lage. Okay. I'm sorry if I've actually butchered your name and you do see this, or if anyone can actually pronounce it right. I'm trying my best here. Charles Overhaul Automatron patch. Requires, surprisingly enough, the DLC for Automatron. Requires the mod Charles Overhaul for PlayStation 4. What's new? All the DLC weapons and armor given some stat changes from the main mod. Robot Companion durability increase. The Tesla armor will now give supreme electrical resistance and have some extra Tesla abilities from the get-go. The Assaultron head gun has been given an ability worth getting radiated over. Due to the long development of his overhaul mod, Charles Overhaul from the first DLC was released. Naturally, an overhaul patch was needed. Okay. Freefall 4 Nuka World Edition. Requires a mod for Nuka World. Requires DLC for Nuka World. Requires the mod Freefall 4. Fixes additions for Fallout 4. A mod that comprehensively fixes, where possible, bugs, glitches, and annoyances in Nuka World while restoring a lot of its unused content. Now PlayStation 4 players get to see what they have been missing. This version is specifically for the Nuka World DLC. If you are not using Fallout 4, he strongly recommends it. If you are using Freefall 4, then place it below in your load order. You can get Freefall 4 from his web address. Where possible, he's implemented fixes seen in the unofficial Fallout 4 patch. However, due to the limitation of PlayStation 4 mods, not all of those fixes can be implemented, so this is limited. There are, however, a few bugs and niggles of his that it doesn't address. So overall, the trade-off is good. Okay, so if you're looking for something to improve your game a little bit, exotic enemies, which, yeah, we've actually covered this in the past. It just adds a bunch of whole new enemies into the game who you'll encounter in random situations. Restored content. Let's go through the screenshots quickly. This mod restores cut content from the original game and some unused. Most important is standalone version with no DLC or patches needed. It's PlayStation 4 exclusive because it's not needed for the other versions. This mod is a work in progress and will only be able to restore some content that does not require custom scripts or textures activated after all DLC to avoid conflicts. List of content restores: Gunners in Diamond City, Derek, Brad Finnegan, Casey, Creator of Atom, Confessor Adalia, Good Neighbor Dorian Madison, Eddie Lipkins, Vault 111, Professor Wildmere, Combat Zone, Patches, The Merchant, Railroad HQ, Old Man Billy, Bunker Hill, Arnie, Charlestonian Amphitheatre, Brother Matthew, Perk Magazines, Liam Algorithm, okay, for the Institute, and Secret Agents, Desdemona, Railroad HQ. Restored map markers for 35 Courts, Bridgeway Trust Bank, Camp Kendall, Hawthorne State, Fishing Hut, North End Graveyard, Pizza Parlor. Locations added as well for Lexington Laundromat and South Boston Cellar. Again, this is a pretty good mod if you're looking for new stuff as well in your game. I think that's my favourites as well. Usable synth eyes for male only. Private jumpsuit mod. Unfortunately, no description or screenshot. What should have been. Okay. The point of this mod is to show and give people what should have been in the game to begin with, pretty much like the one we've just been covering. Version 1 adds an optimized generator for each class, optimized hand water pump, also shotgun shell receiver for the pipe action. Okay, right, basically it just goes on to list a whole new stuff that he's added back into the game. Charles overhaul patch for Far Harbor, pretty much the same as the other stuff. Legendary containers. What am I doing? It adds containers to chests which generate randomly legendary weapons and armor. At some point this will stop. If this happens before you've found what you're looking for, revisit the place, go outside, go back in, the container will start generating again right after you enter the place. Please note it is random, it may take some time to get a specific legendary. Okay, so basically the point of this is to add a chest where if you keep going over to it and you're looking for, say, the triple fire or double fire machine gun, also called the Overseer, Overseer's weapon or something, I can't remember what it's called now. There's not a gun you can actually buy called something Overseer, and basically it shoots like a machine gun bullet, plus it adds an extra shot in for you. Amongst all the other legendary weapons that are out there, that's the main one that comes to mind for me, because it's the one I actually use all the time. But I have actually renamed it, so that's why I can't remember the name specifically. Basically, it just makes it possible to achieve some of the weapons that you are looking for if it's legendary. The places they've added one of these chests into a sanctuary in the root cellar, which is around the side on the east side of sanctuary, if I'm not mistaken. Concord, the speakeasy on the first floor. Concord again, workhouse, highest floor. Gorski's cabin in the basement cave. Fort Hagen satellite array in the military bunker. UFO crash site cave where the alien fled to. Croup Manor basement. Glowing sea in the red rocket. You should be able to find them easily. Deadly companions vanilla. Well, we don't get any smarter, okay, but they will hit the targets balanced. Basically just improves your companions. Survival compass. Changes vanilla compass into survival compass. No, I expect no support for this mod until there are no issues. Until now, no issues. Expect conflicts if you use this mod with any of that change your compass or HUD. And there isn't really any other thing for that. bunch of small changes. Changed a few things in settings and items that he wanted this mod created for him personally and maybe used. Rifleman, Heavy Gunner, Commando, Gunslinger rank 6 to 7, Demolition rank 5, Refractor rank 6, Toughness 6 and 7, Life Giver 4. Okay, just basically changes a whole load of stats for his own personal use. Nuka World Automatron fix. Paint Your Nukatron. Okay, just adds a few more options for that. Free Fall 4 Far Harbor Edition, like we covered earlier in the video. The Robco Combat Knife. Basically, it gives you a map location there, and the Robco knife is on top of the safe. Before the war, Robco was contracted by the United States military to develop an advanced combat knife capable of incapacitating and killing enemies with the aid of an electrical instigating mechanism. Double damage when the target's at full health. So it's like a taser knife, basically, just going off everything. Andrew's holotape to his wife can be found in the safe in the Malden drainage sewer, which is an unmarked location. The knife even can be found on top of the safe. I'm looking at this location, and to me that appears to be, oh, there's a crafting station down there as well, so maybe it isn't what I was thinking. He's posted photos of the sewer location on the map. Sometimes there is issue with spawning legendary weapons in certain containers. He had planned on spawning a knife in the safe with the holotape, but he had to spawn it on top of the safe. It may have fallen off. If you can't find it, look up straight away, just look around the safe. Prettier Scarlet. That does look a lot better, I must admit. Replaces Vanilla Scarlet with a prettier version while maintaining her awkward youthful charm. Recommend installing Eyes of Beauty if it is available to you. I also recommend Deluxe Makeup, which half of these I don't have because we're on the PlayStation 4 and not the PC, unfortunately. More beautiful version of Magnolia. She looks a lot less like a synth now. Unofficial DLC project again, keeps going up over and over and over again. Underground Bunker rebooted. Requires DLC for Automatron Contraptions Workshop. Underground Bunker 2.0 reboot. Located near Concord, full workshop, functioning greenhouse and interior fast travel. So pretty much like the railroad, and in the Institute you can just you don't need to necessarily open a door to get in there. There you go. Okay. Vault 99. Please notice the quick mod and more proof of concept in which he tested the creation kit after a day of use. Okay. Charles Overhaul Wasteland Workshop. Charles Overhaul PlayStation 4. Arge's Settlement Objects. Okay. This mod adds new items to settlement objects. This will not end at the current time like the last one. So far he's added gore heads, escape pods and chrome mannequins. Okay. The Black Tower project. Yeah, we covered this one before in one of the mods. Basically it adds a bunch of rings which give you special powers. Beautiful Irma. Must admit that does look a lot better, but something tells me that photo is from the PC version. Large settlement objects again. Skyline PlayStation 4 Workshop. Workshop edit adds tons of new objects to craft, like Institute furniture, NPC markers, creature markers, trees and more. Also allows the player to use the Pridwin Quarter as a player home, like home plate. You can fast travel to it and use it with use the key on your quarter door behind the leftward box. Okay. TC Murphy improvements. John Marston's 44 Red Dead Redemption, in case anyone's not too sure on that one. Starlight Driving, no buildings and flattest terrain. As you can see from there, it just gives you a lot more space to work with. And they've moved the settlement box by the looks of it as well. not the settlement, the settlement activator. Damage overdose, private weapon mods, TCE weapon buffs only for PlayStation 4, companions weapon buffs. Companions enhanced. Again, I think I've covered this one in the past. Yeah, it just basically improves what some other mods do, just makes the characters look a little bit different. Nighttime night vision. Mythic creatures. Again, I've covered this one. PC ports for PlayStation 4, Fog of War. Yep, we've done this one. Bunker, Player Hall. I think we're getting into the more older mods now. Bearable fog. Requires the Far Harbour. Bearable fog. This mod replaces the Far Harbour fog and a few clouds with teddy bears and changes the climate to a nicer one. Moving on. More cranks for muskets. Concourt safe house. Rich vendors complete. Rich vendors basic. Good neighbour fixed and cleaned. Abandoned labyrinth, again been nice. Fort Leon. For his own, it's still in alpha testing, okay. GKX better destruction through science. Hopes to improve your blasting and exploding experience with myriad of weapon enhancements, as well as some new powerful chems and a few armor improvements based on intelligence tree of perks. 13 new components derived from vanilla ingredients have been added to make new modifications to existing weapons in the game. This mod uses no new resources or models because of obviously the texture and scripting. Everything you need is already in the game files, so the download is slim and will work on PlayStation. Will be up on Bethesda in a day or two, which obviously it is now. Here's a rundown what's included. Armored tech weave, more advanced weave fiber, okay, combined ballistic and thermal protection. Carbon fiber thread, deuterium, entangled polymer, kinetic gel, microchips. What? You don't have microchips. Nucleofused alloy, precision parts, solder, transmutagenic leather, uranium vanadite even. More unique crystal with alarming catalytic properties. Okay, still not entirely sure what all these do, but it just adds a whole lot of weapon enhancements. Trailer home. A trailer home for his own personal use. I'm obviously happy to use it. Okay. A labyrinth. That looks like something more out of Skyrim, but okay. Use your base game core components, oil lamp floats, Vault Tech restoration, covered this before, invasion. Adds a bunch of creatures to Concourt just because, okay. The X666 power armor ring. TCE player presets, if you're looking for preset faces when starting your character off. Instead of, I think most of these do look like in-game characters, so if you are looking to have somebody else's face that you've encountered in the game, then it starts you off a little bit better. Sanctuary Hills rebuild, zombie walkers, cheat rooms, custom paint for power armors, cities overhaul complete, scrap springs, PlayStation 4 cages overhauled and more. Companion combat overhaul, if you're sick and tired of your companions not being able to hit you. Atmospheric worlds, Draco's Nuka World, Edenvale settlement. Welcome to Edenvale, and that's the only screenshot he's uploaded for it. Clockwork's Favour, unique institute gun. Militarized Minutemen. 10 Pines Bluff. 10 Pines Bluff. Okay, I'm sure it should be 10 Pines, but overpowered companions for DLC, damage change for survival, damage changes again, animatronic alien blaster, non-lethal weapon packs, Jules Place, ghost gun, Portadina and Pulowski's preservation shelters, settlement food cap extended, Captain New companion Matilda popping up again, moddable robot settlers, USO cubes for those who absolutely love Minecraft, reusable camping, and that's it. Okay, just quickly gonna remind you as well, if you missed it at the start, next week I will be covering the audio section, and I don't anticipate this to be a massive video, so what I'll do is I'll just upload it, and if it does turn out to be shorter than I was hoping, then I'll just add some of the Automatron mods in there as well. So stay tuned for that next week. Again, on a Friday I'll be uploading it. I have uploaded the Skyrim latest mods before this, so check them out as well, and don't forget to leave a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Okay, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.